Hello, we are live. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you see me? Let's wait till we have a few of you guys in here. I can already see some comments, but it's saying that we have 0 viewers, which is kind of strange. Still 0 viewers. Oh, there we go, 11 viewers. How are we all doing, guys? We good? You can already see, like I said, we already have some comments. These were posted before the live stream actually went fully live. Beamer said you're late, mate. Yeah, sorry, I do apologize. I did plan to start this for 6:30, but yeah, I actually forgot I had a live stream today, so it ended up being 7 p.m, which I think is probably a better time to do a live stream anyway, because it's allows people in the UK at least to have their dinner and whatever else. So E90, you finally got an E90. I'm going to get on to what the big news is in a little while. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to be excited by the news that is to come. I'm just going to go ahead and just read some of the comments to begin with. Then we'll, while we let some people come in, then we'll get into the real meat of the discussion tonight. But yeah, Richard says, hi George, how are you getting on with your MTX brakes? That's on the E60. Getting on with them fine, Rich. To be honest, no issues. Mylen says, good evening, George. Good evening to you. Mark says, hi George, are you satisfied with the intake manifold from PMG? Cheers. Yeah, no problems with it. Fully satisfied. The Wash Bucket Hat says, evening, Mr. Osters. Evening to you, sir. Chris says, hello. Hello to you, Chris. And Ad says, now then, big G, or good vibes. How's it going? Wagwan, Daryl, how's it going? So, as the title of the live stream would suggest, we do have some big news. It is going to be coming up, and yeah, I thought I would, hop on today just to. I just want to say as well, I do apologise if you can hear either fireworks or dogs barking. We have 3 dogs; they're pretty much non-stop barking. I don't know if you can hear the fireworks, but yeah, it seems like in the UK at the moment, it's not like it's just a bonfire night. It seems like bonfire month or fireworks month in November. It seems to be pretty crazy this year. I guess people are trying to have fun with the whole lockdown thing, but yeah, it's just been non-stop, to be honest. So I do apologize if you can hear that in the background. I've tried to do my best. I've closed the doors, closed all the windows. I've got my fan going in the background just to help drown out a bit of that noise. I've got my studio mic on the go. But yeah, Chris Slade says, love your videos as I have an E90 330i, I'm guessing with the N52 engine. Kamal says, hello to you, sir. Wash Buckets, evening, George, looking forward to the news. That's from William Roberts. Scott says, hi, George, keep the bids coming on repair/fixes. Scott, I can tell you that they are going nowhere. They are staying for the time being, and I have no intention of stopping the repair/fixes because they are everlasting. You never can run out of repairs to do on your cars. Graham says, hi, George. Hello to you. Chris Slade, the SM52. BMW Doctor, easy fella. It's same everywhere. My poor dog is petrified of the fireworks. Yeah, I know, exactly. Well, we have 3 dogs. One is petrified, funnily enough, the biggest dog of the 3, and the other 2 are just non-stop barking. David says, hi, mate. I've been watching since day one. David, I appreciate you. Thank you. David says, hey, George, how's things? Yeah, good. Pretty good, David. Can't complain. Yeah, I know, all of you guys are probably on the edge of your seat wondering in suspense, what is this big news? We need to find out. It is coming soon. I'll probably give it another 5-10 minutes or so. Just because I know what happens, like later on in the live stream, you get a lot of people like, oh, I didn't get the big news. What is it? Then I have to kind of keep repeating myself what I said. So I'm going to try and give everyone an opportunity to get in and receive the notifications, and people that want to join, then they can go ahead and join. So if you have any questions in the meantime, BMW related or just life in general related, then get comments in. I will be answering all of you guys' questions. So yeah, just go ahead and fire away. And I know it's a little bit early, but if any of you guys do want to support the channel in any way, there is an option to do so. There's a little $ below the instant chat. If you click that, you'll be able to send a super chat to the channel. Go ahead and send a couple of pounds if you found the channel to be helpful over the past couple of years. And that'll be greatly appreciated. Any money that we earn through these live streams, or through, in fact, from the ad revenue from the videos, just goes back to be reinvested back into the channel. Just funds future projects, future project cars, parts, camera equipment, all that good stuff. So yeah, anything you do want to give, if you do it through the super chat or directly through the PayPal as well, it's greatly appreciated. And now I'm going to get on to some of you guys' comments and questions. Right then. So Mark says, thanks for the info. I'll make sure to order one using your link for eBay. Keep up the good work. Mark, you are a legend. Thank you. Yeah, essentially what it is with like the eBay and Amazon links, I'm just going to be completely transparent. I do receive like a small amount of commission. It's, it's a very, very small amount. But, it doesn't cost anything extra to do. So, if you do want to support the channel in some way, if you click one of my eBay or Amazon links, then, go ahead and finish your order. I will get some commission for that. So, yeah, I do appreciate you ordering through that link. David says, have you any travel plans in 2021? David, I would have a lot of travel plans, as I did at the start of this year, but they've kind of all been put on hold at the moment, to be honest. I guess the places that we couldn't go this year, I want to do next year. So that was Canada, Austria, Belgium / Germany / France, including the Nürburgring, and where else? Maybe like Switzerland or something. But yeah, it's really hard to say, to be honest, because we don't know the current state of affairs, what they're going to be, come next year. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm not going to go ahead and pre-book anything. I'm just going to sort of wait and see what happens, I guess. Dan asks, hey, George, thoughts on painted calipers? What about painted calipers? Should you paint them? Is that what you're asking? Yeah, why not? I think I think once you've had, once you have a car that is, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, the calipers tend to go a little bit rusty, and you can, freshen them up if you do a decent paint job on them. You still got the Corsa, David? No, I have not got the Corsa. I actually replaced the 130i with the Corsa. Are you getting an E39 FSJ 786? What a name. I'm not going to say. I'm just going to move on to the next question, because, like I said, we have some big news coming, and we're going to be getting onto that in, like I said, 5-10 minutes time. David says, do you still work out at the gym? Yes, David, I do. Well, at least until the lockdown was announced. Ron says, all right, George, lad. How you doing, Ron? You still lifting, James? Yes, I am still lifting. Well, like I said, I was until the lockdown was announced. I'll try and do a little bit at home though. Kamal asks, is there any way I can improve in performance on my F3318D, possible 320D conversion? Thanks. Kamal, I wouldn't bother doing anything more than like a remap, to be honest. I mean, on a 318D, you should get 200, 210 bhp. Yeah, for what it's worth, I wouldn't, obviously you can put bigger injectors on, you can upgrade the turbo, but it's really not worth the bother, in all honesty. Like, in most cases, you're better off just selling the car and then buying the next best one up. Other than a remap, I wouldn't really recommend doing anything. Mylen says, give the video a like, guys. Yes, that is correct. I've not reminded you guys to give this live stream a like. So if you are watching this now, and I can see that 35 of you guys are watching this right now, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. That'd be greatly appreciated. It helps push the live stream out to a broader audience, and it brings more of you guys in as well, because it helps it get recommended and so forth. So yeah, if you could all just take 1 second out of your day, just give this live stream a thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay. Come to France, visit my garage. It's full of BMWs. My lens, that might be an idea when I go to France next. FSJ786, can you cover the M47 engine? Possibly, if you guys want to see that engine. Yeah, possibly. He's getting one, guys, thanks to me. Wow, I don't know about that. Carolis Osgutis, how old are you? I am 25 years of age. Would you do work on some fans' cars? Yeah, potentially. I actually have a job next week working on a subscriber's car. He sent me an email asking me if I can do a few jobs for him, and yeah, I gladly accepted. They're not too difficult of a job. They're not too time consuming, and yeah, if I do have the time and space and whatever else, the capability of doing it, within a day or two, then yeah, I've no issues working on someone else's car. I get, obviously, I can understand why. I get on a daily basis, obviously, a lot of people asking me, can I do time and chain replacement? And I just have to answer no, because it just takes too much time. I don't have the space, like, for me to take my time and do things properly. On my driveway, I'd want to take at least a few days to do that, and yeah, I just don't have the space to be doing that, to be honest. To have, like, someone else's car here for a good few days. So yeah, anything like, where you have to take the engine out, or clutch job or anything like that, I just tend to say no. But if it's something like, drive back kit, any servicing, oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, coolant flush, power steering fluid flush, what else? I guess like fuel pump replacement, EGR delete, DPF delete, anything like that. Like, I'd definitely be up for doing that. But yeah, if you do want any work, if you would like a quote or anything like that, just send me an email. It's in every one of my video descriptions. Brett Dyer, all right, George, you're okay, Mucker? Yes, Brett, I'm good. How are you, mate? BMW.Bean, smashing it, pal. Thank you. David says, do you enjoy surfing? I highly recommend it. David, that's one thing that I've never, ever done. I don't know if that's because I don't live near the sea, or because I don't enjoy being in the sea. I don't know. I think what it is with the sea, it's kind of like the unknown. I don't like being surrounded by, like I said, the unknown. When you're in the sea, you have like everything swimming around you and that, and it's, yeah, I just don't like the thought of it. Thoughts on Botb dream car competition? I don't really have too many thoughts of it, to be honest. One thing I will say is that it does seem like a lot of these companies popping up now. Like it seems like every day there's another ad on YouTube, like saying about a different car competition, or there's the next influencer, you know, sharing their car competition, and like they kind of hide the fact that it's actually gambling. Like as much as you want to, you know, dress it up as a raffle or, you know, a competition, at the end of the day, it is gambling. Like say there is 1,000 tickets on offer and, you know, you buy one of them tickets, you're basically gambling at 1,000 to 1. So, you know, I'm not really a massive fan of gambling, if I'm honest. I don't really encourage people to do it. And I can see people, you know, losing a lot of money, keep going in these competitions every week, keep trying to win their dream car. So, yeah, I don't really have too many thoughts on it, but you need to remember that with these competitions, it is gambling. So, you know, you have to remember that at the end of the day. Have you ever been to the Wave Coventry? David, no, I have not. It's been open for a year or two now, and yeah, I still haven't been. Kato says, tell us please what is the difference between software EGR off and physically EGR remove? Good question. So let's have a little drink. If you just have the EGR switched off on the software, this will tell the EGR valve to remain closed all of the time. So it won't let any of the exhaust gases through that valve. It will just remain completely shut all the time at any amount of revs. If you physically remove it, well, I guess there's kind of two different ways that you can go about it. You can either just blank it off and leave the valve in place, in which case the valve will still open, but it will only get so far, or you can just remove the whole entire EGR assembly and the EGR cooler. And essentially, the only benefit of removing the cooler and the EGR physically is the better access and the fact that you know the fact that it can't ever fail, because if it's not on your car, it can't fail. And obviously, one of the issues with the EGR coolers is that they tend to leak. So without it on your car, then you can't ever suffer from the issue. So I chose to go for the full delete. I chose to get rid of the EGR valve and the cooler, and yeah, I'm kind of grateful for that because I've got so much better access in my engine bay now, and it makes like any job where I'm working on the front of my engine just so much easier to do. Hi, what is the best oil for 2012 320D E39? I'm guessing you mean either E90 or F30. Yeah, you either mean E90 or F30. I'm guessing you mean E90. But that would be just the 5W30 LR04. What is recommended from factory? There's no specific brand that I'd recommend. Doesn't really matter which brand you get with oil, to be honest. It's all pretty much the same. As long as you get the correct spec and grade, you should be pretty good. And obviously, of course, change your oil often. I went surfing in Gran Canaria both last year and 2018 and had same instructors for both times. The names were Victor and Paolo. Good stuff. Shout out to them. Painted the calipers on my 130i and 118D, both turquoise. Was just interested to hear your opinion, as I rarely see them painted. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would opt to have them painted than not painted. It's something that I probably will do on my 130i at some point, but it's not on my list of priorities at the moment. I'd rather get the car mechanically good first and then worry about like the cosmetic stuff after. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. Would you change front suspension arms on Citroen Picasso Xera? Possibly. possibly. Yeah, like I said, send me an email, and I'll just have to do a little bit of investigating to see how much work that entails, and you know, whereabouts you are located and whatnot. But yeah, you know, I'll definitely give anything a go. Is DPF delete legal? No, it's not. Joey says, hi George, see you after lockdown. Yes, Joey. I think I'm booked in with you to get a intake manifold cleaning done. So that should be some good fun. Mihai, I'm sorry if I've absolutely just butchered that name. Mihai Barson. Can you tell me if the timing chain needs replacement? I have a E61, I guess 520D. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Like, what are you asking me? Could exhaust upgrade to E60 be a possibility? Better sound, more power. On a diesel, you don't really gain. You can't really change the tone of the diesel too much. The main difference in sound comes when you remove the DPF and the cat. So if you want to go like for better flow purposes, then you just go straight pipe. But it depends if you want like the really loud whistle. Has EGR delete caused any MOT issues? No. I said about gambling. Can you give a shout out to my mate who set up his new tuning and dyno business, RS Tuning in North Devon? That comes from Scott. Well, there's your shout out. Hi guys, what's going on? I just joined now. Yeah, I think it's now actually a good time. Thanks for reminding me, Ashraf. I think it's now a good time to actually get into the meat of what we are discussing today. I'm just going to quickly just fly through your questions. If I don't answer them in any to any extent, then just bring them up later on. But yeah, hi, I'm a fan of yours. Learned a lot from N47 lately. Have you started any next car projects? Any more plans for the 130i? Jason, more on that coming soon. Can you give us a series post for old times? I've been a subscriber from the beginning. Not yet, James. How have you done DPF delete? Isn't it illegal? What's your opinion on engine carbon cleaning? Is it worth it? How long have you been with girlfriends? Almost 6 years. Sorry, I meant E93 just to clear things up. RCS tuning, George, lol. Isn't that what you said before? What did I say then? Did I say something completely different? Sorry if I did. Okay then, so we're going to actually get into the discussion of what the big news is. If you are all ready, just type ready in the comments and let me know, because we are going to get into what we are saying. Yeah, just type ready in the comments and then we'll get cracking. And I'm just going to wait. And there's 43 of you guys in here now, so if you have not already, go ahead and click that like button. Let's get this thing shared around. See how many likes we have at the moment. And I can see the flood of ready comments coming through. And apparently we have 28 likes at the moment, so I can see there's 42 of you guys in here. So give this live stream a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Doesn't cost anything. Just hit the thumbs up button. There we are, 33. Once we get to, what should we say? Once we get to 40 likes, then that's when we will discuss the what we're going to discuss. Sorry to drag it out a bit longer, but we're on 36 now. I can see we have 43 in here, so it shouldn't be difficult. 37. Come on, guys, get like in. $37 still. 37. So come on, guys, if you actually want to know what's the big discussion, then hit the like button. So you got to do, hit the thumbs up and get this to 40 likes. Oh, there we go, 41. Fair enough. Fair play to you all. Right. Okay then. So the big news is, and this is actually something that I discussed on my community page, on the community section of my channel. Discussed that I wanted to get a new car, get a new project car, and I didn't really have a deadline of when I sort of wanted one by. I did plan on getting one sort of either the end of this year or the start of next year, January time. And yeah, it turns out that I've actually went ahead and chose to get one a little bit earlier. So yeah, I may or may not be going to pick up a new project car tomorrow for the channel. So yeah, this will be interesting, I think. I've already seen it. I've seen the pictures and I've physically seen it in person as well. But I think this project car is definitely going to be something different for the channel. Yeah, it's definitely a classic project car. It doesn't drive at the moment. I believe it starts, but it doesn't drive. So yeah, it should be interesting. It's definitely something different to what we've done so far. So yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited for a new car? And by the way, this doesn't mean that my current cars are going to be shoved over to one side, because I have like a lot more videos to come on them, especially the 130i. That's I'm having some issues with that lately as well. So the cat is out the bag then. We are getting a new project car, potentially, hopefully, should be tomorrow maybe. And yeah, what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's too early, too soon, not at the right time? Are you guys excited? Any guesses what you think it might be? And yeah, I'm just gonna try and skim through some comments. Allow you guys to say ready, 3, 2, 1. BMW Elite says, George, my turbo actuator isn't working due to the fact that the metal rod linkage is missing. Any advice, please? Oh dear, that's not good. Replace the metal rod linkage if it's missing. Right, we have some guesses now as to what car it might be. Jason, E36 325i. What is the car? M3 E46 3 Series. Is it E39? Is it an M car? E30 or E36 maybe? E90, E39, Mercedes. Well, there's some good guesses there. You could be right. Mr. Thorne says Fiat 500. Mr. Thorne, I can definitely say it's not a Fiat 500. I'm sorry if I've disappointed you there. Porsche, Austin Allegro, R34. Yeah, again, good guesses. I'm like I said, I'm not going to reveal what it is because I haven't got the car yet. Like I said, I may or may not be getting it tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not going to give anything too special away, but I did want to make the announcement just so you guys can kind of know what to expect coming on the channel. And yeah, do you guys think it's a good idea to get another car now though? Do you want to see 3 cars on the channel? Let me know what you think. German, must be M, Reader, Golf GTI, Audi, Mini Cooper S. Good guesses. Always is a good idea. Good stuff. Glad to hear it. Should get a chippy from Jolly's Chippy in Dudley Port. David, why is that? Alfa Romeo Brera. Mr. Thorne, has it been mentioned? Possibly, Mr. Thorne, possibly, but I can't give anything away. Mihai Barsan. Sorry, I'm guessing I keep butchering your name. Can you like tell me how you pronounce it? Sorry, because yeah, I don't want to keep saying your name wrong. But you ask anyway. How much are you willing to spend on the new car? This is what I will say. As cheap as possible, because yeah, like I said, it's a project car. I don't have a massive budget, and it's something that I would at least kind of like to get my money back on. I'm kind of thinking that, you know, I'd like to get it, you know, find out the problems with it, repair it, and possibly sell it on. Because, yeah, obviously, I don't really need a third car, but I think it'd be good to repair and then sell on. So potentially it could be a flipper car. What do you guys think about that? Would you like to see, you know, the whole process of buying a car, you know, stripping it down, repairing it, and then selling it on? Or maybe like giving it away to, you know, a subscriber. How would you feel about that? E90 228i Turbo. Yeah, good guess. David says, I work there. Oh, okay. That's cool. You're going to get me a... you're going to let me have some free fish and chips then. A Lada. E39. What's the budget? Yeah, I didn't really have a budget of such. I just wanted to get something that was decently priced and something that wasn't kind of gonna break the bank. Something that, like I said, you know, that when I repair it and do whatever I need to do to it, that I'm at least going to get my money back. I don't necessarily need to make a profit, but I'd like to get my money back from it, because you know, if it makes good videos and that, then it's all worth it. But yeah, I don't necessarily need to make a profit as such. E39. It's a BMW for sure. What makes you so confident in that? How do I boost my self-confidence in bodybuilding? Just don't care what anyone else thinks. That's all I'm going to say. It's an Audi A6, BMW M3. Yes. So are you revealing the car tonight or not? Ads, no, I'm not going to be revealing the car tonight. Sorry if I've led you down the wrong path there, but no, I'm not going to be revealing it tonight. I should have a video fairly soon revealing what it is. So that's why I'm making this, to kind of give you guys a little heads up as to what's going to be coming soon. Because you know, there's obviously a lot of my subscribers don't watch these live streams, so they will have no clue whatsoever. So you guys that are watching this now, you're kind of getting an insight into what's coming soon. Cut and shut, good idea. Z4. And we actually have our first super sticker or super chat of the night, and it comes from Joey Jones. Joey, you are a legend. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Yeah, I did mention it earlier on, but like I said, if anyone wants to send a donation of any sorts, there is an option to do so. If you just click the little $ below the chat if you found my videos, or if you found any of my videos really helpful in any way, or if you gained any knowledge, or if they've helped save you any money. Then I would appreciate any donations in the form of super chat or a PayPal donation. That's always an option there as well. But like I said, I don't take anything from YouTube. I don't take any of this money. I don't do anything with the donations. It all literally just goes back into a pot. And then obviously that's how much I then have to spend on parts and, like I said, camera equipment, new cars, and so forth. So the more you guys donate and the more you guys watch and whatever else, the bigger and better cars that we can get. So, yeah, we'll see how things go, I guess. But yeah, Joey, thank you very much. And we actually have another super chat already, and it comes from Brian PC. And I'm pretty sure you are like a prolific donator, so I want to say a massive thank you to you, Brian. And you ask you could give away corgi cars to subs or winners to keep the price down. Yeah, a little corgi car. They eventually make more than you pay for them. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Where are we at then? So, Paul Walton guesses Z4. It's another good guess. Mr. Thorne, you should do a raffle once finished. Yeah, how would you guys feel about that? Do you think it'd be a good little series to maybe buy a car, repair it, and then do a raffle, out of you guys? Maybe you just put in, I don't know, £2 or whatever to enter the raffle. I guess it's kind of like them car competitions, but it would only be exclusively for this channel. So yeah, how would you feel about that? Do you think that's a good idea? Z4 is a good shout. X5, please tell us what car it is. NH or NHEF09, you will know pretty soon, don't worry. We have another super chat of the night. It's from Graham, sends £2. Good luck, George, mate. Graham, much appreciated as always. Again, another frequent donator to the channel, so massive thanks to you, Graham. Much appreciated. Liam Clark says E60 M5. Possibly, Liam. Give us a clue just so we can have a bit of fun here by guessing. Oh, I don't know. Do I give you a clue or not? Do I give you a clue? I sub today, just like to say you make great videos. Good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Could you do a video about E60 Ccc to Cic conversion? I can't actually, because I already have Cic. If I had a BMW with CCC, then possibly I could, yes. But essentially, if you want to know just the basic terms, you just need to get the whole replacement unit. So the Cic drive, the controller, the USB ports, the screen, and then you just need to plug it all in, and then it just needs to be coded, essentially. It needs to be coded to work in your car. I think some companies do it for about £1,000 all in, to be honest. A cheap old Golf GTI. I'm the one, if you mean me. I'm just a shirt front of the highest order. What? ZJ says hi. Hello to you. I recommend an Enviro 400. That would be a real challenge. To drive or do a project on. Will you be keeping the 520? Yes, BMW Elite. Yes, I'm not going to be getting rid of my current cars anytime soon. Nah, needs to 100 quid in a raffle like that, mate. What you think? Yeah, but £100 a lot of money, isn't it? I don't think too many people would want to put £100 in to try and win a car and then not win it. I would be I don't know. It really depends on how many of you guys would enter. Like I said, I don't want to make a profit from you guys. I don't want to make I don't want to make a profit on the cars. I just want to get the money back so then I can reinvest that into the next car. Say, for example, if I spend like, I know, £1,000 on a car and spend like another £1,000 repairing it, that'd be £2,000. I'd then need like £1,000 to enter at £2 a go. And then, like I said, yeah, I'd get the money back. But yeah, how would you guys feel about that? Do you think it's a good idea to do a raffle of some sort? Can I upgrade the head unit in my 06 5 Series with a newer one from 07 08? Yes, you can. With some coding and programming, of course. E55 AMG. James, is it a saloon? See, I don't even want to answer this question because I feel like it's going to give it away, whatever I answer. Well, you choose, it is not much for a car. No, that's definitely true, but it is quite a lot to some people, and I know we're kind of in a tough situation at the moment. Mr. Thorne says £11.95 a raffle, fair price. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like I said, if anyone would be willing to pay that, and it'd be a good idea. I think that would work, because then I wouldn't have to worry about necessarily selling it. You guys enter, and whoever wins, it'd make a good video delivering it to you guys or whatever. And yeah, I think that would go down well. But like I said, it just depends on how many of you guys would be willing to enter. Yeah, I'd love to see an old Golf GTI. Say it's around 1K worth the next project car. No, not necessarily BMW Elite. That was just given an example then. And I specifically chose an example that is nothing to do with the price of the car that I bought. Can you tell us the year, make? I don't know. I don't know what, if I'm to give you any clues, I don't know what clues to give you. Not to mention I have an XI model. Would that affect the upgrades? You was asking about the head unit. No, that doesn't make a difference. All that means is you just four-wheel drive. Doesn't make a difference to the head unit. Graham says, I'd pay that if I don't win while I've supported the channel. Win-win, George. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's not a bad shout. Which I think it's kind of that would be how it kind of differentiate between like these big competition companies, because if you don't win, then you've just like put the money into like a big company, then you never really see the results of that. You're just making like whoever the owner is very rich. But I guess if you're putting it into a channel that you support, that channel is then going to grow, and you're going to be able to see bigger and better content. So yeah, I guess it kind of works out quite well, to be honest. Honda Civic Type R is also a nice project car, George. Yeah, I've kind of had always had a thing for the EP3 Type R, to be honest. None of the other Type Rs, they haven't really ticked any boxes for me, but yeah, I'd quite like an EP3 Type R. I don't know. I guess you guys still are just wondering what the next car will be, and like I said, it is completely different to anything that I've done so far on the channel. Brian asks, well, why don't you say all investors get a split choice between raffle purchases on the price of the car? I don't need a car, but I will buy a ticket to help at the raffle. Brian, you're just a legend. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I feel like if I was to get investors, then I think it might make things a little bit too complicated. Like I said, I don't want to make money from this. It's you guys show your support. You send the donations and you support the channel, and you watch the videos and that. But I don't know. I feel like when money is involved, it kind of can make things a bit weird and sort of change the direction of the channel, because you see some channels on YouTube turn very corporate when it comes to, like, you know, so I wouldn't want to just, you know, turn into a channel that just churns out raffles every week. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Thorne says, thinking of getting an F10 2012 N47 engine. What's your opinion? That is the N47 D20C engine. Potentially is a more reliable engine to the N47 D20A engine, which is in mine. But then it does have its, you know, it does have its other issues as well. I mean, if you're asking my opinion on the car, I'm not a massive fan of the F10s, if I'm honest. I do genuinely prefer the E60 shape. But in terms of the engine, like, you know how I feel about the M47. If you maintain it, if you change the oil in it often, then, you know, you're fine. It'll last you, you know, a good 200,000 miles or so. Simon Peter says, I'm in the EP3 club now, dude, so I hope it is. Yeah, I've always loved them, you know, just how high revving they are, how like raw they are, you know, as a car. It'd make like a good track car, I think, an EP3. So it's not BMW. I didn't say that, ZJ, did I? I did not say that. BMW Elite, I'm in. Talus, at least the size of the engine. Is the car petrol or diesel? Joe says, before I bought my N47 E93, it has had 2 timing chain tensioners done on recall. Do you think the timing chain issue is now sorted? Potentially. There is a few different ways that the timing chain can fail. Sometimes it is the tensioners. Sometimes it is the timing chain guides, because they can get brittle and then essentially just fall apart. And then what happens is when the guides are not there. Wait, did I say tensioners or guides? So obviously you can have an issue with the tensioners. You can also have an issue with the guides. The guides fall apart, and then your timing chain is essentially just slapping against the timing cover. And that's how the chains can fail. And then you also have an issue. It's not too well known, but this was BMW's original excuse for why the timing chains would fail. This was in like the early 2007, 2008 N47 engines. It was because the camshaft sprocket teeth were excessively sharp. Now, I don't know how true this is. This was BMW's original diagnosis of why the timing chains were failing. I think there was a recall, a short recall period. But yeah, it's usually is the tensioners or the guides that fail. So potentially, you know, you didn't have, because you had it done through a recall, so you didn't have to pay. So yeah, I wouldn't go ahead and get your timing chain done unless you start hearing it go. You know, just change your oil every 5,000 to 6,000 miles, and you should be good for many more, to be honest. Mr. Thorne says, "Is it an ice cream van?" That would be good fun, wouldn't it? In the middle of winter. VP5 says, "Just stick to BMW, please." If it is an ice cream van, I'll be first in the queue, mate. Yeah, that'd be brilliant in the middle of winter. And Brian, you live in Scotland as well, so why would you possibly want an ice cream? George, 750 RPM idle is okay for the M47 RCR 520D automatic. I see some below 500. You should never be idling below 500. Yeah, the M47 in general does idle between 750 and 800. I've never seen the M47 idle below 500. I mean, the M57 and the N52 engines like that, they idle around 600 RPM, but not below 500. That's way too low. How can I prevent the timing chain to fail? Replace your oil and oil filter regularly. That's the main piece of advice. Okay, so part of the process when it comes to the new car is obviously planning videos on it. In kind of like general terms, I know you guys don't know the issues that the car has, you know, but is there any kind of generalized videos that you'd like to see of the car? You know, maybe like a first clean, maybe like you know, a will it run video, maybe or some more kind of like generic videos, like everything wrong with my new car, stuff like that. Well, is there any videos in particular that you can think of that you would or would not like to see? VP5, do you only drink blackcurrant? No, I also drink orange. Give something to Q4 and Sucon, mate. Sucon, mate. I gotta love a good ice cream as they are warmer here than the weather, George. Yeah, I can bet that for a minute as well. Right, so we are advancing into, well, we're coming up close on the hour mark. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this going for, but obviously as long as you guys are chatting along, then I'll have no issue continuing this. But can we just get a quick little count as to, you know, who we've got in here right now? So if you are watching this, just give a little hello, hi, hey, hiya, how you doing? And yeah, let's see exactly who we have in here. We can just do a quick little totting up. So just comment hello if you're in this right now. Let's see who we've got in here. Okay, so Brian PC, hi. NHEF09, hello to you. Graham, Mart, James. Hey, hi, how you doing? Oi, oi, Savaloy. Andy Hunt, how you doing? Paul Copper, hi. Simon says, yeah, I'm enjoying it at the moment, doing a bit of work to it. I've changed ball joints, wishbones, anti-roll bar links and bushes, front pads, new headlight, had the wheels refurbed, new speakers front and back. Oh, that's on your EP3, isn't it? VP5, bonjour. Bonjour to you. Blue Truth, I don't think I've ever seen you comment before. Hello to you there. And me, hey. Honestly, dude, can you please let me know how you pronounce your name? Mihai? Mihai? I'm gonna get some people laughing at me now. I know. Mihai Barson. How do you pronounce your name? Could you do a video on speaker system upgrade on the E60? Again, that's not really something I can do because I do already have the Logic. Is it Logic 7? Speakers in my E60, like it's pretty well spec, so I have no need to upgrade it, to be honest. Hola, hi from Argentina. Jean, is that how you say that? It is Jean, isn't it? Juan? Oh no, it's not Joanne. Juan Pablo, Mariana Vigorossi. Hello to you. I actually just destroyed your name there. I do apologize. George, you know I've never seen that thin piece of foam on air filters before. Now they come with it. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is all about myself. I always, as you know, I always swap to a K&N air filter. But yeah, like the standard air filter now is just getting way too restrictive, in my opinion. It's pronounced Mehi. Is that Mehi or Mehi? Is that right? Make an M3 go-kart. That'd be good fun. Mr. Thorne says you should do a rebuild video showing the car's faults and each video on repair job, then finished product, maybe offer a raffle. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, to be honest. Oh, John Paul? Is it? John Paul or Jean Paul? Jean Pablo Escobar. It's for an extra level of filtration. Yeah, I guess so. But it just seems way too restrictive, doesn't it? And we have another super chat, and it's from Brian again. Charity, mate. Any plans to work with a charity? Possibly. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about charities. I think overall they generally do have their, do have their hearts in the right place, but it kind of seems like, and I'm pretty sure it's a known fact that only a small amount of what you actually gives to charity actually goes to the cause. The rest of the money kind of just goes to, the bosses, the people that work for the charity. And, I guess it is to be expected because all them people do need paying. But when it comes to like charity, me personally, like if I had the opportunity, I would rather personally affect someone's life, like, whether that's giving them a gift, whether that's, doing something amazing for them, like, giving someone a car. I would prefer to do that. But yeah, there is a few charities that are pretty close to me, from when I've lost family members and whatever else. So yeah, I would like to work, work with a charity and maybe do some sort of challenge. Like I was kind of toying with the idea of driving from John O'Groats to Land's End, either on one tank of fuel or in just one day, like in 24 hours. I don't know, but yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. In my I'm kind of thinking about that, on the back burner. But yeah, it would be nice to work with the charity, I guess. But I feel like a lot of people do it for the wrong reasons. A lot of people just do it to sort of, kind of, oh, look how good I am. Like, I donated, I made all this money for charity, and it's, I don't know. That's too funny. What about lighting upgrades on the E60? Yeah, I do want to do that, definitely. I want to, because my headlights are kind of like a yellowy color, so I guess that's like, what is it, like 4,000K or something? Is that yellow? I want to get to the 7,000K, so they're very bright white. E60 key only works from right next to the car. Is that the diversity antenna? More than likely, yes. That's more than likely. Have you lost radio signal as well? You are correct on the charity opinion. VP5, remember, opinions are just opinions. They cannot be correct nor incorrect. BMW Elite, George, can you tell us the color of the next car, please? Just the color. I don't know. Shall I make it a what should we say? Shall I give another clue away? What should we say? Should we say a number of likes, or how many likes are we on? We're on 48 likes. What should we say? If we get to like either 100 likes or say £100 on the super chat, we'll give another give another clue away. Obviously, I don't want to give too much away because I'm sure the clue that I do give away, you guys are going to guess exactly what it is. Yeah. I want to kind of save it for the reveal video, but yeah, should we get to like either 100 likes or like £100 on the super chat, and then we will give another clue away, I think. Could flexi pipe welded affect power on E60? No, that shouldn't. I don't see why that would. No radio is fine. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it still could be your diversity antenna though. if your key's only working at close range. Could also be that your battery in your key is low as well. Which key is it that you have? Is it a it's not a keyless one, is it? You know, comfort access by any chance? NHEF says, get a 40 quid MOT failure and drive it around the world in so many weeks. You know what, that's not a bad idea. But these people that say like, oh, I bought a, you know, £40 car, £50 car, where are they even finding them? Because I cannot seem to find a car for like realistically any less than like, I don't know, £500. So I don't know where these people are getting these cars for less than £100. You know, you look on Auto Trader, you're not going to get anything for less than 1,000. You look on Gumtree, Facebook, in eBay, there's really not much out there. Oh, Simon says, I've sent you some pennies on PayPal. Simon, you're a legend. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Make it pink or rouge with sponsored by George Osters. Yeah, that would be good. Just paint the E60 pink and then go from John O'Groats to Land's End. Both keys only work from short distance. Oh, okay. But yeah, is it no comfort access, just a normal key fob, 2 of them? Yeah, that's, I'll be leaning more towards a diversity antenna then. Sorry, these questions are a bit all over the shop. What is it? Mart says yes. What are you saying yes to, Mart? Hi, Tabor says, hi George, hope all is well. What have I missed? So, yeah, I'm not going to repeat everything that's kind of been said, but do have some big news. I'm getting a new, well, plan to get a new car pretty soon for the channel, so stay tuned. I did say that I may give away a clue as to what it may be, but I think we either need to hit like 100 likes or maybe £100 in super chat donations, and then I'll give another clue away, but I'm not going to give too much away because, well, you're probably, as soon as I give this clue away, you're probably going to guess what it is anyway. But yeah, stay tuned for a new car coming to the channel fairly soon. Jean says, hello from Texas. Or no, it's Juan, isn't it? Isn't it Juan Rojas? Juan Rojas. Is that how you pronounce your name? Juan, I apologize if I've just butchered your name. Sorry. But hello to you anyway. How are you doing? Mr. Thorne, shed on wheels. Scrap yards and quick Gumtree responses get you a cheap car. Yeah, I guess that's kind of right, to be honest. I guess whenever I've looked, I just haven't seen anything out there. George, the other day I disconnected the injectors on my 520D whilst running on 2 injectors. Whilst running on 2 injectors, the car went rough, but on the other 2, the car shut down. What do you think? Honestly, I have no idea. Why did you disconnect your injectors while your car was running? Okay, thanks. Hello from Poland. You're playing your car, mate? Yeah, that's likely. Christian says, Christian Orzekowski says, your videos is very helpfully. I have N42 like you. Good stuff. I'm glad the videos help you. Just joined. Thought maybe you'd had a sponsor from BMW or something. Come on, George, give us a clue. Yeah, spread legs, not lies. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away. Like I said, if we get to like 100 likes or if we get to £100 donations on the super chat, which you can do, by the way, if you just click the little $sign underneath the chat, just go through that, send whatever you want. You know, it could just be £1. I understand we're in difficult times at the moment and kind of uncertain times. So I understand that not everybody has money to donate, but like I said, you know, anything you do donate just go back into the channel and helps fund future videos. And yeah, we're doing quite well, to be honest, at the moment in terms of the channel. We've got like, what, 15,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, I'm predicting we're going to have around 17, 18,000. And yeah, should set us up nicely for next year, to be honest. But yeah, I want to start doing some big stuff on the channel. You know, like I said, starting getting more cars in, potentially doing raffles or maybe just selling them, doing some challenge videos, things like that. Obviously, all depending on how the world situation is like. But yeah, definitely got some big plans. But yeah, no, BMW have not sponsored me. Not yet, anyway. Wanted to check them. I wanted to check to see if your injectors were firing. Are you a mechanic by trade, or is this your passion? Blue Truth, no, I'm not a mechanic by trade. I have no certification or anything like that. I don't believe that you actually need it. I believe that in reality, if you want to learn something, you can learn it, you know, with the resources of the internet nowadays. Everything that I know pretty much is self-taught. I've learned bits from my dad, who's a mechanical engineer. So I guess some things kind of come naturally. But yeah, for the most part, you know, when it comes to the majority of things that I know, it's mostly just self-taught and trial and error, you know, really just getting stuck in. And you know, you learn a lot of things through experience. So yeah, that's it. You should be driving a BMW if you did a stunt like that. Oh, spread legs, not lies. Come on, guys, let's get the clue. Get this man on his way. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. That's going to go a long way to funding the next car, actually. So I appreciate that. Is this your first live chat? No, I've done many live chats, Christian. I think I've done, I'd say about 6 or 7 now. I tend to do like one a month, to be honest. Simon says he's donated £10 through PayPal, so add that on. Yes, Simon, I will, of course, add that on. Do not worry. That is, of course, another way that you can donate if you do not want to incur the charges from Google. Well, you won't incur the charge. I will. Google or YouTube just take a small cut out of how much you send via the super chat. But yeah, I will just post my email here if you want to, you know, ask me any car questions, or if you want to send a donation to the PayPal. This is the email address to do that. So too. And then we'll get back to some questions. You made sure they are not working. Well done. Would you be thinking about ULEZ conversions on any of your cars? I mean, I don't live in, I mean, realistically, it only affects like London at the moment. They're on about bringing it to Birmingham and, you know, pretty much all major cities, which in general, I don't really drive in cities. I don't do a lot of city driving, so not anytime soon, to be honest. But yeah, one thing I will say is I probably would not get a modern diesel. When I say modern diesel, I mean from like 2015 onwards, just because they're just getting pretty ridiculous now with the, you know, EGR, DPF, AdBlue. You're just setting yourself up for failure, to be honest. Like, modern diesel engines are not going to last as long as older diesel engines. What do you think about Logic 7? Do you have it? Maybe you can mount this audio system and make a DIY. Yes, I already have it actually in my E60. Yes, as FSJ786 says. Yeah, so I do apologize. I can't make a video installing that, but I don't think it's too difficult to upgrade the speakers and the subwoofers. Yeah, that's why I prefer to PayPal. You get it all. Yeah, you get all of it. Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Are you still working in partnership with Autodoc? Yes, but when you say in partnership, essentially all the agreement is whenever they need me to make a video on, well, they usually give me an option of what sort of topic I'd like to make a video on, and then I kind of have the freedom to do so, and then I get paid per video. A lot of people think I'm sponsored by them. I get free parts, this and that. I don't get any of that stuff. It's literally just a mutual agreement where I get paid per video that I do for their channel. So yeah, still kind of doing it, but not very regular. Are you based in Birmingham? No, I'm not based in Birmingham, but pretty close, in Coventry. Euro car parts are well cheaper. Well cheaper than what? And that is from A Woody. So I think we're going to kind of go into a natural sort of Q&A now. If you do want to ask any BMW related questions, now is your time. We're going to do that for a little bit, and then we'll see how things are going, and then see if we're getting closer to that target, and then maybe we might reveal another clue as to what car I'm getting next. But regardless, you will find out in due course, you know, if I do end up getting this car tomorrow. David says, I'm back. I was on a Just Eat delivery. That's brilliant. Good stuff, David. Oh, there we go. Simon says, what's happening with your work? Simon, so I guess I kind of haven't really touched on this, but I'm no longer working at that place that I mentioned on a previous live stream. I wasn't like contracted to full time or anything at the moment. I'm just kind of working sort of agency, but it's only like on a not part-time, sort of on a, what's it called? Can't think what the word is. It's basically on a part-time basis, but I can choose if and when I want to work, sort of thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing at the moment, and obviously putting a lot of time and effort and money into YouTube because I want this thing to work out, but we'll see how it goes. I think he means cheaper than Autodoc. Absolutely not. Euro car parts is not cheaper than Autodoc. Hey, Woody says, yeah. Oh. Not a fan of 6-pots. 2-litre sound poor. Who's not a fan of 6-pots? Because I definitely am. I have one. Common leaks in M47. I have one on right-hand side oil filter gasket, a common issue. You don't realize how many people have said this to me. Like, a lot of people have said, oh, how come you haven't done the oil filter housing gasket? How come, you know, you haven't, how come you haven't came across this issue yet? And I don't know, I just never have came across it yet. A lot of people keep telling me that's a common issue, but you know, I've owned 2 of these engines now, and I've never noticed any oil leaking from the oil filter housing. Now, whether or not that's lucky that bought the car and it's just been done prior to my ownership, which I highly doubt, or what. But yeah, I've never had this issue, to be honest. The main reasons for oil leaking on the N47, aside from the crankcase ventilation oil leaking, is, I would say, rocker cover. And that's both on the outside and on the inside, going down into the injector wells. And where else would I say? Probably like rear main seal, rear and front main seal. I don't know. In general, like, another place, the dipstick tube as well, the O-ring on that looks to fail. But in general, like, the M47 is not a very leaky engine. It's easy for me to say that, I guess, because I've pretty much replaced all the gaskets. But yeah, there's not too many oil leak issues with the N47. Mark says, did you ever replace the valve seals on the M47 engine? No, Mark, I've never done that. Never needed to. Biden wins 2020 election. Yes, he has, but I'm sure Trump will have something to say with that. Hi, mate. I hope you're keeping well and I haven't missed the big news. Jason Jackson. Yeah, so big news is, I'm going to summarize it fairly quickly, is that we may or may not be getting a new car for the channel. What do you think about that? Adam Lang says, not car related, but your team composite, you're struggling a little at the moment. What do you think is going wrong? Adam, I don't think we are struggling. I think we are playing very well. I think we're not getting the look of the draw at the moment. I mean, if you take today, we went 2-1 up against Watford, and I thought, do we deserve to be ahead? Maybe, maybe not. I think a draw would have been a fair result, and we end up losing. The other night when we played Nottingham Forest, either we at least deserved a draw. I think we deserved a win, and we ended up losing because we gave away a penalty in the last minute. So I don't think anything's really going wrong. We're not playing poorly. We are playing well. We're just not winning games, which kind of doesn't really make sense. But we're making a few too many simple mistakes. I think that's the main issue. But yeah, I am relatively pleased with our performances, if I'm honest. 0 hour contract, kind of. It's more it's more on my terms. So like, if I don't want to work somewhere on a certain day, I don't need to, because yeah, I'm just going to be honest. Like, YouTube's my main thing now. It's a thing that I put the most time and effort into. So if I don't want to work, then I don't, because yeah, I'd rather put more time and effort into YouTube. I know it doesn't necessarily pay off. Like, I don't earn that much from YouTube, but in the long term, there is a possibility to do so. So I'd rather put more days, more hours into doing YouTube and producing content. What happened to your delivery job? I'm not really going to talk about it, but I essentially just left. Wasn't really happy with how things were going on there, and then just went and worked on an agency on a non-frequent basis. Some subcontracts, still driving. That's what it is on the agency. Yeah, still delivery driving, but it's can be loads of different companies. What do you think about N47 engine vibration? It is not comfortable. I see any time this vibration on my seats and wheel here. Yeah, this is quite a lot of people have this, and they have an issue where their gear knob is vibrating as well. And I feel like I kind of want to make a video on this. Why this can be the case. And So yeah, I think we'll leave that for a video. Brian says, a mum walks into an Asda superstore and asks for an announcement on the channel to find a lost daughter. What is her name? The man asks. Oh yes, it's Tesco's is cheaper. Oh, Tesco is cheap. Yeah, Tesco's is cheaper. It's a good little pun there to brighten your evening. Trump 2024, yeah. Never again for bloody Trump. How's your BMW running apart from injection failure? Injector's all fine, mate. Just finished pulling out my N47 from E60 today. Thanks to your videos. Shocked to hear you're not a mechanic, mate. Shane, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you've been able to find some value and my videos have helped you. But yeah, you don't really, being a mechanic doesn't really mean anything. It means that you've likely passed a test, you've passed a course in college. I think the main thing is actually going out there, being competent, ever learning, and increasing your knowledge when it comes to specific topics. When it comes to the when it comes to the nuts and bolts of things, it's just nuts and bolts. But yeah, when it comes down to it, it's mechanics is really just nuts and bolts. As long as you have the tools, then you can do pretty much most things. It's whether or not you have the confidence to go out there and complete tasks. But like I say to people, if you are worrying about performing a certain task or doing a job in your car, just start small. There's no reason that the average person should not be able to do an oil change. If you have a trolley jack, you have some axle stands, you have a socket set, you should be able to do an oil change, and then you just sort of go from there, really. George, what maker tools do you prefer to work with? Oh, this is a good one, to be honest. I don't really have any brand. Like, I'm not really, I don't really say that, what they're called. But I won't really necessarily say Snap-on is like massively better than like Teng tools or anything. I just kind of, have the pretty much the basics of everything, and just go from there, really. As long as you have a good socket set, a good impact socket set if you're going to use an impact wrench, as long as you have torque sockets, female torque sockets, torque wrench. It doesn't really matter in terms of brand. Usually if you pay a bit more, you are going to get a little bit better quality, and it's less likely to break down over time. They're going to last longer. But yeah, I don't really recommend any certain brands. Well, one thing I will say is, though, my when it comes to my impact wrenches, my Dewalt impact wrenches, I'm a massive fan of them. They've saved me a lot of time over the past couple of years. I'll pretty much link them in like all my videos, the Dewalt impact wrenches, and the fact that I have two as well, I would recommend getting two. The small one is good for tight spaces. It's good for getting small bolts and screws removed. The big one is a little bit big to get into some smaller places, but I'm yet to find a bolt that can remove. So it's good to have the two of them, to be honest. Another BMW or another mate, M3 or M5 or Focus RS. Jason, yeah, I'd love to get all of them cars. I don't know if my budget would allow for that, though. I don't know if I could quite warrant getting them cars as project cars yet. But yeah, maybe sometime, maybe someday. I have an E90 M47 318D. It seems to have a dead spot around 1500 to 1900 RPM. Are there any common issues that could be causing this that Possibly you could have a sticking turbo actuator, or have you? Well, this is a good one actually. Have you actually checked your swirl flaps? If they are sticking, you know, they're not opening like they should, then they will cause an issue. It might be a good idea to remove your intake manifold to check your swirl flaps, because they do fail on the M47. TRC Motor Vlogs. Hello, George. Do you insulation the car from the outside noise? Do you insulation the car from the outside noise? Do you mean like, have I added any extra insulation? No, I haven't. Good luck with it, George. Thanks, Graham. What is your professional like? Where have you worked before? I'm not with you from the beginning. Nowhere really in the, you know, car or mechanical trade. I guess I've worked as a I have worked at a delivery place where we had to kind of maintain the vans, but we didn't even like service them or anything. It was literally just you know, booking them in for faults and checking the lights, changing bulbs, jump starting them, doing really basic stuff like that. And that's obviously, you know, really simple stuff. So nothing really that's came from you know, that's really contributed to my knowledge of, you know, cars and things like that. Mostly just been customer service based, delivering. What else have I done? House removals. Yeah, a whole bunch of delivery jobs. Did a little bit in IT, a little IT apprenticeship. That was a waste of time. It wasn't a waste of time. It was something to fill a gap, but I decided that's not what I wanted to do. But yeah, I've done loads of different jobs, to be honest. Mostly, you know, the past sort of 5 to 7 years have mostly all just been delivery driving jobs there, because that's the thing that I kind of least hate. My 2004 318 Ci consumes around 1 litre of oil every 300 miles. I've changed the PCV and no improvement. What else could it be? There's quite a few things that it could be, to be honest. Are you consuming oil? Are you sure it's consuming oil? Like, is it burning oil? Are you sure you're not leaking oil? That's a big thing that, you know, big misconception is that people think that if they're losing oil, then they must be burning it. You know, are you getting blue smoke? If you're not getting blue smoke, chances are you're not burning it. You may just have a leak. And it may not be a leak that you can necessarily see as well. Is it worthwhile getting a car mapped? Any risks involved during the process? Paul Copper. If you have a naturally aspirated car, a naturally aspirated engine car, probably not. You know, you can improve some things, throttle response, a little bit of tiny bit of top end power, things like that. But if you have a forced induction engine, turbocharged, supercharged, then it does make sense to get a remap, because you generally are going to gain a decent amount. It's usually around 20 to 30% power and torque increase. So it does really make sense to get the most benefit from your car, to be honest. Yeah, I've done it on I've owned, how many diesels have I owned? I've owned 3 turbo diesels and I've got them all remapped. Yeah, it does make sense. What's the update on the house move? Thanks. No update at the moment, to be honest. It's probably still going to be another year away. Yeah, not really rushing, especially as, you know, things are how they are at the moment. Please read my email once you finish your live. Will do, no worries. Why don't you try Amazon? You get 2,000 a week, £2,000 a week. I'm sure that would be that'd be very nice. Great having you on here, George, mate. Do this more often. Bye for now. Yep, no problem. BMW Elite, you take care. And thanks for your donation. I think you donated tonight, didn't you? Why am I lying? I think I'm lying. Anyway, thanks for joining along. I appreciate you in here tonight. What's the difference between the N52B N52B 25 and N52B 30? So the N52B 25 is a 2.5 litre engine, and the N52B 30 is a 3 litre engine. And what's the major flaws with both engines? I don't think the design is massively different. I think they share a lot of the same issues, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of spanners are made in the same factory. They just put their mark on it in many cases. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying with the tools. Or just case of packaging. Yeah. I know it's a predominant BMW channel, but if you fancy doing an EP3 Type R review, I'll have to pop down sometime. And if you can have a blast, I won't be offended if you don't. Yeah, no, that'd be good actually, because I know that I love EP3 Type R's. I've never actually been in one. Like I've never even been a passenger in one, so it would be good to drive one. So yeah, possibly in the future that could be on the cards. How long are you staying alive? I don't really know. I guess I kind of just go on here. Then when the chat kind of dies down, I tend to tune off. But I did only plan to be on this for an hour or so. But if anybody else has any more questions, or if you want to try and find out what the next car is, then leave your suggestions. Jordan Bill says, I have a 530R with an M54 engine. Thermostat was stuck open, so change it as soon as I noticed. Doesn't seem to be coolant in oil or oil in coolant, but oil is smelling of petrol. Any ideas? Yeah, oil. That's fairly normal for the oil to smell of petrol. You do get a small amount of petrol mixing into your oil. That's fairly normal. Best way to get more power from N52. I mean, if you have the like 25i or 28i, best thing you can do is 3-stage manifold, because you're going to get up to like 260, 265 bhp. After that, you can try and get a little bit more from an induction kit. I actually made a video on this, how to get more power from the N52. Then you're talking like decats, and then if you want to spend a bit more, then obviously you can get your intake ports. You can get your head ported. You're possibly going to get a little bit better airflow and slight more power, and then you can get it mapped as well. Do a Type R video. Yeah, that could possibly be on the cards, to be honest. Well, this is a straight up question. Are you going to get married and have children? I don't know yet, David. I would like to, yes, that would be nice. Blue truth, yes, it's burning it and does leave blue smoke. Oh, okay. So there's a few ways that you can, few issues that you could have. Could be like piston rings, could be valve stem seals, could be any of the above, really. Yeah, it could even be like head gasket, cracked cylinder head. Let me know and we'll sort a date and time. We are both free and happy to pop down. You're in 20 minutes away. Yeah, nice one, Simon. Keep, when we're on live or whatever, keep reminding me, and we'll try and sort it out once the whole lockdown situation has been lifted. Key fob on 1 Series has bad range. Need to stand next to driver's window to operate. It's not the battery. Any ideas, George? Was it not you that asked this earlier? Because I'm sure you asked if it was or maybe it's someone else. Could be your diversity antenna. Would an engine timing chain check tell you if the timing chain is stretched? No, not really, because when the timing chain stretches, the the tensioner basically extends more, so it keeps the timing chain under proper tension. So the only real way that you can tell if it's stretched is if you remove the timing chain and compare it to a new one. A small amount of timing chain stretch is to be expected, though, to be honest, on most engines. Yeah, bought the mission motor intake pipe you suggested. Is it hard to put a 3-stage manifold on? Do I need to remap it, etc.? Sorry for the constant questions. No, that's fine. Yeah, you do need to program the 3-stage manifold on, because obviously you're having the 2 disvalves, and then you're gonna have to plug them in. So yeah, you are going to need to program it in. Thanks, George. I've never looked at the swivel flaps and consider removing them as well as an EGR delete. Is this something you recommend? Yes, 100%. If you've got the M57, you've got to remove the swivel flaps and the EGR, because they will fail. I am going to actually go and get a drink, so we'll be back in, I don't know, a minute or so. If you do have any more questions, just fire them away. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, you can send a donation via PayPal, or you can send a super chat as well. There's a $sign underneath the chat. Just click that, go through the steps, and choose how much you want to donate to the channel. If, of course, you've found that the video is helpful in any way, and maybe you've saved yourself some money, maybe you've learned something new, or maybe you have just found out what your issue is with your car. Either of them are good reasons why you should donate. Like I said, this is not for me. This is, basically what you give to the channel is what you get back. The more money that the channel creates, the more money you guys donate, the more video, the more content you see. The bigger and better cars, cameras, parts, modifications, things like that, the more that you guys will see from that. So yeah, appreciate all you guys' support. I will be back in just a minute. Do not go anywhere. Yeah, don't go anywhere. Okay, so it seems that everybody's gone. Right. Brian says, catch you later, guys. And George, nice chatting with you. Yes, Brian, as always. Yeah, I don't know if you already left. You've probably already gone. But yeah, Brian, yeah, thank you again. You're a legend. You've donated like, I think 2 or 3 times tonight. So thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. And we have some more questions. You should get a Lamborghini. Yes, that would be very nice, wouldn't it, to get a Lamborghini? Would you recommend I service my auto transmission fluid on my 2010 E91 M47? It has 225k kilometers. Yes, I would. And then I would do it every 60,000 miles. Yeah, cool. We'll do. Trust me, you'll love it. I mean, I have a BMW in my blood, but man, the CP3 is fun. Good stuff. Have you done anything to it yet? And like handling mods, power mods? Are we getting a clue, George? I'll still watch the reveal video, as I'm sure everyone in this chat do. I don't know. Before changing the engine oil, is it worth doing an engine flush, or is it just a myth? I would only do an engine flush if you have a lot of sludge buildup. If you don't, like if you're just doing a routine engine oil change, then there's no point. That's the point of doing a flush, is to get rid of sludge. David says, I got BMW 3 Series for sale, non-runner, £300. David, what model is it? And what chassis? Okay, here's a question for you guys then. 15 people that's in here right now. Which type of videos do you prefer watching the most? I actually have a couple of questions. Which type of videos do you guys prefer watching the most? Is it, a random sort of like tip, fix, secret that you didn't really know? Or is it, a standard DIY? Or is it, or is it like a massive job, or a collection of jobs? So what type of videos do you prefer watching in general as well? Not just even my videos, in general on YouTube. What type of jobs do you prefer? What type of videos do you prefer watching? Not mods as such. Like I said, just doing what needs to be done. Oh, you said, yeah, wishbones with, I'm hoping to get fun. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because they're like 200 brake, aren't they, standard? But they weigh like as much as a baked bean tin. Oh. Paul Copper asks, how often do you refresh the brake fluid? I would recommend, and it is recommended, to do it every 2 years. But if for whatever reason you feel that your brakes are getting a bit spongy, you're getting a lot of brake pedal travel, go ahead and do it. Again, it's another job that you can do fairly easy at home. I'm off as I got an Uber Eats order to do now. I don't know if this guy's actually serious or not. But fair play if you have. Anthony Harman, part replacement. Okay. So even if it's not like relevant to you, like you don't even need to replace that part, would you still do you still like watching that video? Let's say if it's a car or an engine that you don't even have, would you still find it interesting to watch that video? It depends, dude. I mean, I love review videos, but I've been watching EP3 videos for ideas to improve mod, etc. And if it's a job that needs doing, I'll show it to a video. Yeah, I guess that's true. Because I have I tried to kind of mix it up. You know, some of my videos obviously are going to get searched. You know, because how I how I title them is like how to do this job, how to replace such and such. And that's what someone's going to search. But I feel like those videos don't really get that many views straight away because people are like, wait, why would I want to know how to do that? I don't have that card. So it's hard. Yes, for future reference. Oh, okay. That's good to know then. When it comes to this next car, then, in your opinion, in your guys' opinion, how do you think I'll be best to kind of play it out? Do you think I'll be better off just having like a series for that car, like say, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, or do you think that I'd be better off, you know, making videos necessarily like about the engine and then about like that chassis and then about that car, like how to do this, and then like make videos on how to you know, how to replace certain parts in it? Do you think how do you think I should play it? Do you think I should kind of do it the same format as how I've done it on my current cars? You know, for example, on my 130i, I have the N52 playlist, which is dedicated to the engine, and then I have the 1 Series playlist, is everything related to the chassis. And then I also have videos on that car, which kind of relates to all cars in general. You know, do you think I should keep this, make this a little bit separate? You know, make this a little bit different, the new car, and just have it in step by steps? You know, like I said, part 1, part 2, part 3, or do you think I should you know, make videos about the engine, make videos about the chassis, and so forth? General maintenance fixes, all vids are good. All your vids are good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just enjoy watching any car vid, to be honest. Missy B. Okay, so you would enjoy watching like a repair, say, you know, replacing a door, or, you know, common issues on such and such engine. Like, do you enjoy both? Do you prefer more the doing, or like a, you know, kind of like a talking video? How come we don't see your partner no more? Do you mean my girlfriend, or who's my partner? Are the usual faults on a particular car? Wait, sorry, I've lost what I was saying to you. Sorry, Graham. So is that a video that you like to watch? Is that right? Let's see, various issue that can crop up now and then. Tires was an issue for me. When I bought my BM, the new tires that were on were just awful. Change all Cross Climate Plus being great. That's a good thing, actually. I don't think I've ever made a video on tires. I've not long just bought rear tires for my E60. I've got some Michelin Pilot Sport 4, so maybe I can make a video on that. I'd try the part thing. I've seen a few YouTubers do that. Yeah, the only thing is, I think it would sort of, I think I'd sort of struggle to then be found by certain people. Let's say, for example, like, my E60 520D. If I just made, like a series repairing my BMW E60 520D, part 1, part 2, part 3, I think it would, like, no one would then necessarily find my time and chain videos. No one would then sort of find my common problems and stuff like that. So it's, I don't know. I want to kind of please you guys, but then I also obviously want to try and reach the broad audience. Fix up an expensive non-runner from Copart like the Russian guy mentioned. Yeah, the only thing about fixing an expensive non-runner is that they're expensive. So and I know it's all relative, but yeah, I don't earn a lot of money from YouTube, so I don't have a whole lot to put into it yet. So I think when it comes to bigger and better cars, they're probably going to come down the line. I don't think one day I'm just going to be able to start and just buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something. I think that's going to come with time. Like I said, that's essentially my plan. I do want to kind of trade my way up. Like, I would quite like to buy a cheap car, sell it for, repair it, and then sell it for how much I've spent in it all together, then buy the next car, then the next car, then the next car, then hopefully then, end up with something that's pretty decent. And I think it would kind of be a good little series as well, because you guys would, of course, see the channel evolving and you'd see bigger and better cars. So no, let me know what you think. I'm all ears. I'm interested to know what you guys think anyway. Show practical videos hands-on. So you mean like how to replace such and such part, how to remove this, how to remove that? Is that what you mean, Paul? Which car pressure washer would you recommend for home use? I mean, I don't do a whole lot of like detailing and that side of things anyway. But I just have a, I mean, like the setup that I have for a pressure washer, it's just like an RAC, like quite a cheap thing, to be honest. Then it's just got like a generic hose on, which is like a really long hose. And then I have like a universal, like quick release, like little short lamps. And then I have like the generic quick release fittings that you put into it. So you can just change it to like whatever you want. And I think that works quite well, to be honest. I have an M47 engine. However, I enjoy watching all your vids. I find them interesting. I enjoy your how-to vids where you show us what you're doing on the car. I appreciate that, Missy B. Thank you. But yeah, you don't really prefer anything in general, like the format of videos. Just getting a phone call. Constantine G, need your help on my Corsa C 2004 steering wheel very loose when I'm driving. What it could be? If the actual steering wheel's loose on the steering column, then you might need to tighten up the bolt. Like if it's actually moving in and out, then the bolt might be loose. But yeah, if the steering wheel just feels light, then that's fairly normal, because the Corsa C has electric power steering, so it does feel very light. Well, I don't know. I've searched stuff and it's been a parts series, and I've been watched a lot of the other videos because they film the stuff I'm interested in. Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult. I think I'll I don't know. I think I'll decide if and when I get the car, and then I'll sort of see how it naturally folds out. Sourcing various parts. I got a third of the cost from BMW Lithuania, 3-day delivery. Wait, you can buy parts from BMW Lithuania? He goes ahead and checks now. It's all in Lithuanian. Anyway, yeah. Would you consider doing a flipping car series? Yeah. How about that? Would you consider doing a flipping car series? Yeah. No. Yeah, I would. That's essentially what I would like to do. But again, it's kind of, how do I play it out? Do I just solely, like, do I get a car and just solely have, like, you know, the standard videos, like part 1, part 2, part 3, or do I get the car, then make that series, but then also make, like, you know, common issues on the engine, what to look when buying this engine, you know, then how to replace certain parts on the engine. Because the thing with me, I like to kind of make videos how I would want to see them as a viewer. I know that kind of seems like quite selfish, but if I'm making like a video and say I'm replacing, I don't know, say I'm replacing, you know, say I'm replacing, what should we say? Say I'm replacing a shock absorber. I would like to actually break it down and actually show someone how to replace it so that they gain the knowledge themselves, rather than just have like a time lapse on in the corner and just show me going, like, running around like a headless chicken, and like, you're not really going to learn. I guess it's entertainment, but nobody's really going to learn from that. I'd rather people actually learn, gain the knowledge to be able to do jobs themselves, because, you know, I guess I'm just trying to provide as much value as possible, but it's difficult because a lot of the top channels that you see, you know, the channels that are really growing, they don't necessarily show you how to. It's just more of like a more of just like I said, like a time lapse, and it's more just for entertainment purposes rather than, you know, educational purposes. Matt Speamer says, "Hey George, the trading up series is a good idea. It's something I have also been thinking about, but the issue I have, I can't speak Russian. Start off with 500 and work your way up. Good luck." Yeah, that's a good foundation for it all. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. No worries. I've got a few ideas, George, but would need to discuss. Let's discuss it then. Yes, with all 8-year-old hot hatch type cars, as they will have a huge target audience regarding fixes and modifications. That's true. Let's get cracking. Yeah. Wait. Had you thought about this the other day? And it's not really like my catchphrase or anything, but I do notice I do say it quite a lot. Would that be like a good slogan or a good catchphrase, like maybe to have on a t-shirt or something? Let's get cracking. It's a silly idea, I know, but I'm just kind of putting it out there as well. It's in my head. Cannot resist. Biden and MSM are fake and corrupt. The people of America will win. With Trump doing 4 more years, fake news is dead, and Obama will hang with many of the dirty Democrats. Okay, fair enough. We've got brand new turbo Boost pressure switch for £28 with £4 delivery. Okay. Stephen, what's the actual website then to order from BMW Lithuania? Curious Sam, time and chain video was not so useful as people don't have that kind of equipment, and you didn't show how to get the engine out of the bay. Curious Sand, have you know, I did actually show you. I literally showed the entire process. Maybe not in the time and chain replacement part 1 video, but I literally had a whole bunch of videos, you know, in the M47 playlist showing how to get the engine out. I literally documented everything. If you go back and see the videos, I think it's called How to Remove BMW M47 Engine. You'll see that. I think that can be a problem, Lou, because a lot of people search the how-to video. They need to watch it, get what they need, and never watch another video. Yeah, that's true. It has to be a video. What has to be a video? What has to be a BMW? The videos that you watch, or? I meant N% plus. What? Oh, I meant N54. Oh, okay, yeah. So you get like a 335i or something. I heard that sentence. Much bigger target audience. Channel will grow big time. Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, how would you guys feel about me swapping over to a different manufacturer? Like, if I was to say that the car I'm getting tomorrow is a, you know, a Vauxhall Astra or Renault Megane, how would you guys feel about that? I don't think many of you guys would watch, because I feel that majority of my audience is only watching me because of the information and because of the BMW content. Time chain videos are very useful. I put a search in Google for the part and the site popped up. Okay, I was not aware of that. The cars that you work on. Do you know what could be the cause of exhaust rattle at idle on E60? Usually heat shield, because the bolts, they just rush through the heat shield. Depends what manufacturer. I'll never watch again. French. I'm here because of the BMW content. Exactly. That's the thing. So then, Curious Sands, I wonder if you're going to stick around when you find out what car we may or may not be getting tomorrow. Because it may or may not be a BMW. M53 engine oil leaks, how to fix them? Replace the gasket that's leaking. Oh, you're not asking questions, sorry. You're giving me suggestions for videos. I would never straight pipe the 1 Series. It's already loud enough as it is. Will you keep the BMW cars you have? Yes. I have no intention of getting rid of them anytime soon anyway. I mean, I will at some point, obviously, but not anytime soon. Hey, I didn't even realize we've been going on for that long. We've been going over 2 hours now. Massive thanks to anyone that has stuck out the majority of that time. Oh, what? I was going to go up to, I was going to go up and have a look, go over the people that have donated tonight, but I can't go up that far now. I know Simon Peters has. I know Brian PC has. I know Spread Legs Not Lies has. I know Graham has. Sure, I'm missing someone. So yeah, a big thank you to you guys who have donated tonight. Much appreciated. Kura-sans, can you recommend changing all the bushes to PowerFlex? Yes, I can. I've changed out my rear main subframe bushes and trailing arm bushes to PowerFlex. And yeah, they've worked well. I also watch Number 27 channel and similar. Maybe contact and get advice on how to grow the channel. He had Pepe the car and a frogman. What? Yeah, no, I'm not really like stressed about growing the channel. I think it's going in the right direction, if I'm honest. The main thing is that I'm enjoying it, because I think that a lot of people sort of lose the enthusiasm when it comes to YouTube. Like maybe they start earning a bit of money and they just end up like doing as little as possible to try and earn as much as possible, which I really don't want to do that. I want to be making good videos. I want to be educating people. I want people to actually have an interest and actually gain knowledge and actually learn something, because you know, when it comes to cars and so forth, there's a lot of bad information out there, and there's a lot of rip-off mechanics and garages and that. So if I can, you know, help people do a DIY themselves, or at least point them in the right direction and increase their knowledge, then all will be worth it. But yeah, you ask, are you a mechanic by profession, Kura-sans? And I've answered that once. No, I'm not. What education do you have? No real formal education. I have, like, you know, some qualifications, but I never went to university. Damage repair is a good one. If you can get the right car, you can make a nice profit. Yeah, that's I'm sure you can make a decent profit if I'm being honest, but I don't really even need to make a profit, as long as I, you know, like I said, if I can break even and I can make a lot of videos from it, then that's all that matters. I think if you're trying to make a profit from it, you need to be doing it consistently. You need to be doing it like on a weekly basis and constantly turning over more cars, like maybe even doing like multiple cars a week to make it worth your while. But I'm kind of in a unique situation where as long as I'm making videos, then it's all worth it. Where's the best place to look online for spool flap / EGR delete parts? Once again, thanks for all your help. James, I actually have videos on how to do both of these jobs, and the links are funnily enough in the description, both from Darkside Developments. I've worked with them on a few little projects now, and yeah, generally top notch. They can't really be beaten on quality in my opinion. One of the biggest diesel tuning companies here in the UK, and I'm sure if you just do a quick YouTube, you'll find out all about them. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and watch them videos and use the link, you don't even need to use the link. If you just use code George Osters, don't get anything, don't get any commission or anything, but you just get free shipping. So if you want to get free shipping, just use code George Osters on Darkside Developments, and save yourself a bit of money. You do a great job. I appreciate that, Curious Sands. Okay, so I think I'm probably going to wrap this up because, like I said, we've been going for over 2 hours now. It's been good fun. And yeah, like I said, I just want to, and we get a couple more questions. Krasta Auto Vilnius UAB is the company, had no issues and paid with PayPal. Good to know. Nice one. I'll check that, but I'll check that out once you revealed your car. Yeah, I'll likely be revealing the car. Well, like I said, I can't even confirm yes or no whether or not I'm going to be collecting the car tomorrow. Anything can happen, so I don't want to say too much, but like I said, if the super chats, if the donations overall in this video got to £100, then I was going to be giving away a massive clue. But I think we could do this until Christmas and it's not going to get there. So yeah, I want to thank everyone that has donated anyway. It does mean a lot, and it's going to go a long way to support the channel and to go towards future content. So yeah, everyone that has donated, a massive thank you to you. All of you guys that have tuned in, you've asked some questions and you have supported me. Massive thank you. Also, I forgot to mention, I have two sites as well. If you want to support the channel, we have Patreon and we also have the YouTube membership. If you want to become a member on YouTube, you have a nice little badge next to your name. You can have some access to some nice little perks. If you go to my channel, click become a member, and you can go ahead and join that up. And yeah, like I said, it's a way that you can support the channel going forward, and also have a Patreon as well. It's in the link of all of my videos. But yeah, I think with that being said, we're going to wrap this up. So thank all of you guys again, and yeah, any last questions? I think we'll leave this for another 1 or 2 minutes for any last questions or any last donations from you guys, and then we will be signing off, because as you can probably tell, I'm getting pretty tired. Maybe do engine decarbonizing using various methods. You have both petrol and diesel. You can boroscope and compare. So the obviously the main sort of carbon buildup on engines nowadays is around the intake ports and the intake valves. My diesel, I've actually already cleaned the intake valves when I had the intake manifold off and I had the engine out. Manually cleaned them with a brush on a drill bit. The 130i, the petrol, that is port injected. It's not direct injection, so that the valves on that do not get dirty, because obviously the fuel, it goes into the intake port, so it cleans the valves. So that never, ever, 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 ever needs cleaning. So yeah, I don't really have a good car to do that on at the moment. But yeah, Ilhan says, good job, thanks for the free content, well done. You are welcome. I want to thank you for just for liking and commenting and sharing on my videos, and as long as you keep doing that, it will be free. Yeah, I have no intentions to ever like charge for my videos or anything like that. I just think that's complete nonsense. Yeah, my videos will always be free to watch. Paul Copper says, is fuel additive worthwhile? In essence, no. Fuel already has additives in it. When you buy petrol, diesel, it already has additives in it. If you want to sort of maximize the additives that's in fuel, best off going with an actual fuel station like Shell, Esso, someone like that. Texaco, they generally do have a little bit better additives, or more of them, should we say, over your Sainsbury's and Asda's and things like that. I'm pretty sure Tesco are the exact same as Esso. So yeah, that's another one there as well. So yeah, overall, fuel additives, not worth it. Fuel already has additives in it. Simon says, I'm off, dude. Peace. Simon, you're a legend. Yeah, like I said, keep in touch about the Civic Type R, and yeah, thanks for donating again. All right, take care, mate. Oh, okay then. So yeah, like I said, we've got 12 people in here now. I'm going to wrap this up. So any more questions, need to get them in like right this second, as well as we're going to wrap this up. Andy Hunt, is this a repeat, love? Cheers, Graham, and thanks for the super chat as well. Take care. Surprising how tiring it actually makes you when you do a live stream. I'm not complaining, but just I'm tired. All right, guys, we are going to wrap this up anyway. Like I said. Yeah, all right, we're wrapping it up. I'm not going to let you suffer any longer. Yeah, I want to thank everyone who has donated, everyone that supported tonight. Yeah, like I said, we may or may not be getting a new car tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I may or may not be putting some teasers on the Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, now is a good time to do so. I'll put it on the screen right now. It's just exactly the same as the YouTube, George Osters. And there it is. That's my Instagram. Go and check that out. Give it a follow. And yeah, like I said, some sneak peeks to come on that. And yeah, without further ado, I'm checking out. So yeah, take care, guys. Peace. That was a fail, weren't it? I didn't even end it. All right, take care, guys.